Is this thing working? Okay. Stream looks a little rough. How are you guys doing? Sorry, I got a little late here. Feeling a little off today. Just very tired. Yeah, just feeling kind of off today. So, neck is still really hurting from yesterday. So, but we're here. We're doing sculpts. Not much really house news or anything to dive into. I'm wearing a shirt I just got. My wife and I bought some cool Halloween shirts. Easy Bake Coven. I like that one a lot. My wife got a Halloween one. She got to wear that today. I was a little jelly. Yeah. How are you guys doing? It is Wednesday. I did not realize it was Wednesday. My days are all off. Make sure I'm sitting close enough to the stream here. To the stream. Here we go. Yeah. So yesterday we worked on the Wolfman, and we got some good work done on him. Let's bring it up on screen. Oh, it would help if I actually had it going there. See, yeah, I did. I was able to get some work done on it. I know I wanted to save a lot of it for the stream, but I had a lot of good ideas for it between last night's stream and tonight. I just had to get some of those creative juices out and get it onto the project before I forgot about it. So apologies for the gap, but it is what it is. Let me just move my camera over a little bit more. Sorry, the color is all messed up. It's like the lighting is kind of weird here in the attic, which is where I'm at, by the way. Let me go ahead and we changed the frame up a little bit yesterday. Let me just go ahead and make this a little bigger for the people. There we go. You know, I'm kind of wondering if I can I do a color filter on this? Let's change it up a little bit for Halloween. Let's see, vintage maybe? Ooh. Sorry, I'm always doing stuff live on stream here. I'm usually just running to the stream at the last second to get on and get it going. So there we go. I can't say I love it. Black and white. I'll just nix it. We'll play with it more. Get out of here, autosave. It's not time for you yet. Yeah, sorry. Just a little space-headed this evening. Feeling a little under the weather. Feeling it's like really cold. It's really cold up here, and at least where I'm living. So having to deal with a little bit of that. Hope I'm not catching anything. Yeah. So yeah, we worked on the Wolfman. I guess I can show a little bit of what it looked like before. So let's just take this away. Let's take that away. So initially there we go. So he was looking a lot like this yesterday. Now he is looking more like a proper Wolfman. Say I did a lot of the fur yesterday. You know what? We did the fur on stream yesterday. But I cleaned up the hair a bit more. I merged all the face parts just to play with the really with the exact placement of some things. Yeah, I can go in here and play with the eyes and stuff. Made the mouth up a little bit higher. I kind of like that. I'm having oops. I'm having I'm a little undecided exactly how much character or emotion, or more like what emotion the mouse should have. I guess that's pretty good. It's like one of those things that I could spend so much time doing. Oops. I want to color his eyebrows a little bit of a different color. So get rid of that. Let me just solo this. Boom, 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 boom. I guess the lasso tool to select the eyebrows here, because for some reason those are. Oops. Oh, I almost deleted that. My bad. Hide part. There we go. So let me just group that. Now if I see it, there we go. Okay. So if I fill his eyebrows like that. Now, I want it to be a darker brown. So really lean into the brown here. Yeah, something a little more like that. I felt like before they were just a little too blended in, and I wanted to give them a little more, little color depth there. I want to see if I can add as a tongue. We're just jumping right in, by the way. We are jumping right in because I feel like this is in a pretty good place, and I want to see how far we can take this in tonight's sculpt. Ooh. Okay, and flatten this tongue out a little bit. My daughter watches Octonauts, and she loves it. She loves Octonauts. And they had this movie that came out not that long ago. Oh, it's I was hearing a sound. I was like, what is that? It's my drink. Yeah, so she watches the show, and there's this movie that came out called Octonauts, and I think it's called The Great Barrier Reef, and it's actually got some really good songs in it. Like I was watching it with her one morning, and there was a song in it, and I was like, I really like this song, but I'm like a grown man, and should I like this? So I went to my wife and I basically just went there like, hey, you should listen to this song, just wanting to see if she felt the same way, and she was feeling it too, so that made me feel better about myself. Because I was like, I don't know if I should like this. But they made good music for that movie. We just watched it now. It is such a good song. I have it in my head now. Oops. I really don't know if he should have a tongue or not. It seems a little like dog-like, right? But at the same time, like, I don't know. What is a Wolfman? Pretty much a dog man. And 1,000 pies. Oh, there's a head over there showing. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I worked on the claws last. And where are they? Okay, so I was having a super weird issue where when I duplicated the hands, let me just go ahead and redyno this. Oh, that's too bad. There we go. For some reason, when I mirrored this, it gave me this crazy, weird error. It looks like I solved it by remeshing it, but yeah, I mean, I'm feeling okay. I think I'm just a little under the weather, to be honest. All right, cool. So the tongue is good. All right, good. Maybe it shouldn't be so like pink. A little more red. There we go. It's like I want it bright, but I also don't want it like really saturated to the point where it stands out. Okay. So we got the hands in there. Let me bring the hands up. Oops. Okay. So right now, things I have to do with it are make like tears and whatnot into the clothing. Figure out how muscular I want his arms to be. So right now I have that separated. Let me go ahead and start inflating the arms a bit and just kind of see what that looks like. For some reason, where are the sleeves at? Okay, here are the sleeves. Merge. There we go. Oh. Auto group those. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Yeah, I guess I like his arms being a little beefier. You know, he's really like, you know, hulking out in his clothing. Not like total Hulk out, but you know what I'm trying to say. Oops. Sometimes I move too fast and throws my own focus off. I'm like, oh wait, what was happening? Split hidden. Now show. Okay. Playing with the arms. There we go. It's a lot of just tiny little, because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna merge all these pieces together and then send the final back to Blender, or over to Blender rather, not back to Blender, where we will do some rendering. I hope we can do all that tonight, because that would be awesome. We'll see. Split the belt. Okay. I think I did the belt buckle wrong. So let's just see if I can, or not the belt like loop wrong. Get out of there. Okay, I need to add a belt buckle. So, what's the best way of adding a belt buckle? I think it's just by adding a square, bringing it out to here, and then we're going to duplicate it. Go back to this original, get it to basically the shape that we want. And then I'm going to put this into a new group here. Just going to name that folder Untitled because it's not going to last very long. So it might as well just be Untitled. And now what's going to happen is do this and that. Turn live boolean on. And now we have our shape we're going for. Okay. So that's a decent belt buckle thickness, maybe a little bit thicker. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. And I think the way to do this is then just remesh it, right? Nope, that's not right. Oh, wait, no, we merge down. Right? Aha, there we go. Okay. Cool. Make it a little bit thicker. Move this back up. I need to do some organization of all the pieces here because it's getting a little sloppy. And then we move that there. And then the one piece of this basically goes under it, while the other piece goes over. So it's, God, I wish I had my belt on me to, let's just look it up. Oh. Lost my feed for a second. What the heck happened? Sorry about that. Okay. I'm gonna look up belts. I try to take a drink. How are new frame drops? Okay. I have a lot of slow frames already. Okay. Belt buckle. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ooh, really loud. Okay, so it does go across. I was right. I had it right the first time. For some reason, I thought I had the whole belt buckle situation wrong. So basically, I can just go and reverse this. If it'll let me. There we go. So that comes over, and then this is the part that goes over itself. Yes, I'm sure I want to do that. It's like, are you sure you want to undo all that work? It's like, well, I did Control Z the crap out of it. Okay, that looks meh. It looks meh. I'm not happy with it yet. Maybe I should just make the belt buckle a little smaller. Maybe it's the chunkiness of the belt buckle that is making me not love it yet. I also need to do like the loops around it. And then we need a... Maybe it would be best if I put the belt buckle into a new folder on its own. Belt. Okay. Put that in there. And then let's add the buckle. Maybe call it pin. I've worn a belt for as long as I can remember anything in my life. I do not know what the little pin is called inside the belt buckle. I'm sure it has a name. There we go. Just make it a little bit smaller. Move it up. Push it back. And then we're going to rotate out. Move it in there a little bit more. There we go. Oh, still not quite where it needs to be. There we go. Okay. So there's that. Is this all masked still? Yes, it is. Okay, good. So it needs holes in it. Let me merge these two down, give it a good color. I'm not sure what color I want it yet, but I guess silver is good. For a second. Okay. Let me just make sure everything is shut off because I am getting a lot of apparently like drop frames or slow frames rather, which is like I think I have more right now than I do on a normal stream. So something might be hogging up memory. I might do like a computer reset during one of the breaks just to clear it all. Which reminds me, let me go to empty that trash. I'm emptying some trash just to get rid of some space. Ooh, there we go. Okay. So let's add some cylinders to get the belt buckle holes in there. Actually, you know what? I might be going like way too complicated with that. I'm sure I can just do it with a brush. Right. Like I can just go in here and go, there we go. Well, if I had my lazy mouse off. Okay, that's a good width. Okay. And one more over here for, you know what? I need to remesh it. I stretched it out too much. Get out of here. Okay, there we go. Might be a little too big. Yeah, it's a little too big. I'm curious. I've never done this one technique I'm going to try right now. If I just take, let's say I just put a little mask on there, right? I think I know what's going to happen. But so let's say I can delete that, close it. Okay, so it's pretty much the same thing over again. Okay, so I didn't do anything. But I can use that to just put some holes in real quick. And I can move this closer to, what the heck? Oh, the opposite's hidden, okay. Move this to make more sense with this belt pin. So it looks like it's actually coming out of a place it's supposed to. Okay. Just little details to help sell the integrity of the piece, make it feel more realized. But now I'm making a mess. All right, now I need to do a buckle. Not buckle, like a strap. I'm just going to do it by extracting a little bit of this. Oh. Hold up a second. Okay, extract that. Doesn't need to be that big. Well, could it be that big? Yeah, let's break that about in half, because that's still a little much. Should the strap be behind the buckle on the right side? Should the strap be behind the buckle on the right side? So I was thinking that too, but then I looked up a picture of a belt and it was the opposite. So I don't know if the picture was just flipped. But like when I look down, let's see. It's like, you know, it's weird. I put a belt on every day and I still I'm thinking about how I put it on every day and I'm completely blanking as to which side. Like I can do it in my head. Yeah, I think it is opposite. I think you're right. All right, well, I can just flip the whole thing once I'm done with it. So it's just going to be easier to finish it the way it is right now. And then get these pants out of here. Finish it now and then just take the whole thing and mirror it horizontally. You're saying should it go over the buckle in this area? It definitely goes over it at some point. I'm going to bring up a picture of a belt buckle. Men's belt. I guess you're right there. looking for one like I wear. I have a hard time looking at how this particular... It's like, they're all so dark, it's hard to actually see the exact details of it. Give me... I'm looking at belt buckles, and the issue is like some of them are also stylized, like very not similar to what I'm used to seeing for a normal belt. But here's one. I'm going to save this image. Oh my god, you're dropping links in the chat. So that didn't open up for me because I think the Twitch or whatever made it all... Yeah, I don't think that it worked. I'm going to bring a picture into the stream. Belt. Okay, there we go. Turn this on. Where's my opacity at? I never remember where opacity... There it is. So on this one, okay, so it comes out from underneath, and then it does go over the area a little bit. So what am I doing wrong? See, it goes over, but then the metal part on the right side goes under the belt. You're trying to get me to Michael Scott this character. Get him to wear girls' clothing. Whoa, where's my brush? Oh, I think, all right, let me delete this because I don't need this on the stream for a long time. Delete. I had the Little Bits song stuck in my head from Octonauts. The little bits, little bits. Whoa. Okay. Well, it's stylized. So I'm not trying to make it like super realistic, but I just want to like make visual sense, you know. So this is part of his blue pants, so I should make that blue. There we go. Okay, and I can duplicate it around. On there. I really don't have to worry about the back too much because it's not going to really see it. I guess I should move his pants up a bit. Where the heck are the pants at? Is everything in one folder right now? It is. Okay. Yeah, I really got to do some housekeeping on this file because it got messy real quick. I mean, it happens every time, so it's not surprising. It's just if I keep it the way it is, it's going to be harder to navigate around the file and get stuff done quick. Okay, so I need to raise the paint line up just a little bit. Ooh. I guess I got to make it go further away from the torso too. There we go. Cool. Cool. My eyes look kind of red. My color looks off today. Hopefully, I hope by tomorrow I'm feeling a lot better. What is with this Mac cleaner program is aggressive. It really wants to make sure I have a lot of free space. It's like, bruh, you could be getting 55 gigs of free space right now if you just delete all these apps you use every day. Frank and Rosie, what do you think of the Wolfman so far? Anything you think we should add or change? I'm going to put some fur in the chest, add some tears. Trying to think what else. Just stylize the legs a little. Legs are a little plain looking. But kind of cool. Let me put my heater on. Hopefully that's not too visible or too loud on the stream. Doesn't seem like it. I wonder if I can do a little render on here. I hope it doesn't kill my computer. Oh, it didn't even render it. It like did nothing. Cool, thanks. Max preview, shadows, AO, flat shadow. Whoa. That's crazy. I bumped the details up and now it has like this kind of little ghosting effect. Let me turn that back down. Details down to 1. Please. Whoa, fog. Soft RGB. I haven't played with most of this stuff. Global ambient occlusion. There we go. Turn this down a bit. Cool. Thanks. Preview shadows. Let's turn that up. Turn down. Flat shadow. No. Length. I should probably do this over here. I'm just trying to see if I can get a little bit of look dev in this project. Look development. If I can never use that word right, because it's a very industry term, but I don't really. I'm not doing industry stuff, so to speak. Oh, maybe I am. Oh, this is a very sensitive toggle. There we go. Slope. There we go. Cool. I do think he should be more hunched or something. I don't know. Okay, so working on that. Let's go back down to the belt buckle. Gonna duplicate that guy. Bring it over here. Spin it. Crunch it. Move it. Daft Punk it. Okay. Yeah, it should really be close up to the edge of it. Oh, that's not what I thought I was clicking this whole time. So this could be in even more. Oh, there we go. And this guy could be in more. There we go. And I will do one more of this one. Just turn this folder off again just to focus on the belt. Okay, so let's give it a save before we lose all that belt progress. Okay. There we go. All right, let's work on those pants more because they are a little off. Let me move his shoes down to this different folder too. So this is going to be the new. What the hell is that? The new pants or the new legs folder rather. Maybe his feet should be bigger. I feel like I tend to make the feet very tiny in my models. I think that's better. Okay. Ooh, what's that down there? What's going on there? Who's that little guy? Yeah, okay. Is it not from that? Oh, it's part of something else. Is it in... What folder is it in? I'm guessing it's part of that. Okay. Alright. We gotta play Where's Waldo and figure out what folder this is in. So tone, boom, boom. Okay, so it is in the sleeves folder. Somehow that got all the way down there. Hide, delete, hidden. Okay. There we go. Put the pants back on. There we go. Cool. Liking that. liking that a lot. Give them some, look up some belts here, or not belts, pants here. I'm in my wrong window. Just looking up some inspiration real quick for how to do some details in the pants. Once I get a better stream setup, which is I know I talk about all the time, I apologize. I'm just focused right now on streaming rather than having a perfect stream, because if I didn't start streaming until everything was perfect, I would not be here for a while. I'm actually like wanting to take off some time around Christmas to maybe work on it some more. Okay. I will allow it, ZBrush. I will allow the autosave. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is just, I'm just going to do it to the one leg right now. But then, it's like I don't want to, don't really want the bottom part. I just want the cuff area. So you know what I should do? I should just do the top area like that. Whoa. There we go. Now I can extract that. Do I want it that thick? Maybe drop it down in half like that. That looks better. And then I can find where the freaking gizmo is and bring that down. Give this some proper TLC. Bring some of the shape in. Okay. Maybe I can just shrink it a little bit. Okay, cool. Let's just give it a smooth and see how that looks. A little bit better, I think. Little bit better, I think. There we go. Okay. Trying to get some good lines here. Ooh. Hear that? All right, so I'll zoom out. Let's give it a mirror. See how that looks. Let me turn these shoes off. I think that's cool. I think I'll just merge that into the pants. And let's just make it official. Let's just do, there we go. Although, you know, I should keep the groups on it. There we go. Weird. Okay, so let me just go ahead and group those first. Okay. And group this. You know what I should have done is I should have just trimmed. Damn. Okay. You know what? I'm going to split it back out again. Because I don't want it to be hollow. There we go. Oof. Hate it when it does that. Oh, it's so bad. Okay, we're going to do it again. Oops. Okay, so group visible. Now, hopefully, just trying to get rid of this one thing. Okay. Hide, delete. Okay, that's good. Maybe I'll make it just a little bit taller again. Oh my god, I lost my gizmo. Freaking gizmo. Awesome. Carhartt Gaming, I missed you. Thanks for joining. What was going on? Was your phone all messed up or something, or was like a Twitch issue or your phone? Okay, let's give it a mirror. And now we can merge it down. If it'll let us. There we go. Cool. Cool. I kind of like that his lower legs are like thicker, you know, than the rest of it. That's weird. I assumed you turn it on and off again. Give him some thick old calves. I don't know. I just like making big calves. I think they're cool looking. It's just like fun to give characters big calves. Perhaps because it's pretty easy to do, and it makes quite a difference. Damn. Sounds like you need a new phone. It's weird. Is it having issues with just video, by the way? Give this a save. Okay. I'm trying to find shapes with the leg. It's like I just feel like something's a little off, and I'm trying to find what it is. You know, I don't quite have a grasp on it yet. I'm just not happy yet with the legs. All videos but TikTok. So maybe it's TikTok. TikTok's like, nah, you're just gonna watch me today. Also, more reason for me to get onto TikTok, which is why I'm trying to do my models better so I can get them animated. It's not that like I didn't have the ability to before, but I just didn't focus on it, and so I haven't been making content for TikTok, but I need to. I gotta get on the talk. The people need me. Okay. I put details in that I shouldn't have on symmetry, so I'm getting rid of those real quick. Details should be unsymmetrical like that. Also, let's bring in another picture of the Wolfman, because I'm curious, I don't really know what like his shirt looked like. Oh, get out of here. No! That ZBrush autosave comes in hot. Sometimes I can kill it, sometimes I can't. And I keep it on, by the way, because it does help sometimes. There are times where I feel like I have gone a while without saving, and then as I think it, ZBrush autosave pops in. I'm like, cool. I will allow it. Because then I don't have to do it again. Okay, so what was I just thinking about? I want to puff the arms out some more. Oh yeah, I was looking to bring in the Wolfman image. My bad. So he does have a collared shirt. And this isn't, a 1-for-1. This is I'm just taking a little bit of inspiration from the Universal Monster library. Where the heck there it is, contrast. I missed it the first time. I hate how it does that. It's so random. Samples, spotlight projection off. I know his bottom fangs are prominent. I never noticed that before. That'd be cool to add, because I feel like it is missing. Like it looks a little vampire-y, you know? Split mask points? Oh! I must mess that up. And I did mess it up. There we go. Has anyone here, aside from Frank and Rosie, seen the Lightyear trailer that came out? I think it was today. I've watched it twice and pretty hyped about it. I have to say, I did not. It's probably the most excited I've ever gotten for a Toy Story related trailer. I'm curious where it fits into like the Toy Story universe, because it looks pretty futuristic, and I have to imagine that the world that Toy Story is in doesn't have like all that technology and stuff. So, is it a movie? Like, does it open? Is it like a movie within the Toy Story universe? Because that's interesting. Cool. Yeah, I like the bottom fang ad. I think that was a good little ad right there. I do want to make his bottom lip a little. It's kind of creepy without the eyes and stuff, right? I'm gonna turn the tongue off real quick. I want to make his bottom lip have a little more of a bump. Maybe not that much. Oh, now, now it was nothing. Okay. Cool. Digging it. Just gonna give another save. As things get more detailed, I start to get more paranoid with the saves because I start working on little bits that when I get to a part that I like, I'm like, ooh, okay, I like that. I want to save it. I want to make sure I don't lose it because there's no guarantee if I lose that progress and I open it back up, I'm going to get it to the point that I liked it as much. The opposite could happen. I could lose all that progress, come back and do it even better, but you never know. It's a gamble. So when I get something I like within my sculpt, I try to that was the old one right there. I try to save it. All right, I'm going to do some house cleaning over here with the program. See if I can make it smaller just so you guys can see it a little bit better. So I got these folders, and just delete some of this stuff. So we're just going to call it trash. Trash, and you know what? I'm going to merge, oops, this right here, merge up. Yes. Turn that off. Merge that up. Merge up. Merge up. And then merge up. I'm basically just throwing everything I have into a trash folder. Put that in there. Put that in there. Oops. And then what I'll probably do is I'll just eventually save a backup file that has it, and then I'll just clean out this one. I should really do that now, actually. So backup, and then I can delete the trash items and get it to hopefully condense the file size a little bit. Come on. Okay. I'm just going to delete all that. It feels weird to do it. Okay, so we got, gonna put the head in one folder. Cool. This is all torso related items. The teeth should be in there. There we go. And the tongue. Okay. Cool. Close that. That is the legs folder. And I think that's it. There we go. torso. Rename to torso. Okay, so I'm going to merge all these parts down. Merge. Merge. And is that the hands? I'm going to duplicate the hands because those are precious. Merge down. Okay. All right. So I'm going to play with the shape of it a little bit still, the back area. I just feel like he should be like more, I don't know, like just hunched over, like really lurking, in a position. Where the heck is that neck folder at? Okay, so that's in. I should put that up with the head. All right, so that split hidden. Move this head into the, or move this neck into the head folder. Also, like, how the heck did all that happen? Let's get rid of that. Not that way. There we go. Dear Lord. There we go. Ah! The tongue didn't make it. Oh, that's why. Because everything. So I do need to merge this down with the teeth just for right now. Mergey, merge. There we go. Okay, now we can play with that. Get out of there. Auto save. I wish it would like at least give me a prompt. Maybe there's an option for this to be like, hey, do you want to auto save right now? I'd be like, no. No, I don't. Please don't throw a dialogue box in front of me. Can I just play with moving the arms down a little bit? Something like that, I think. Oh yeah, I have to add the like the little flaps around the little collar flaps. What he's got over here. Whoa, that was interesting. What is that? What is the point of that? Why would they? Okay, I don't know. Okay, how do I reset that? Okay. How do I undo all the work I just did? There we go. Okay. So random. Oh my god. Will it stop? Apparently not. Apparently it won't, doesn't want to move for me. Spotlight radius, opacity, bump that up. I just want to move it. I don't know why it's being such a butt right now. Dear Lord. Okay. You know what? I can play games. I can play game Spotlight. Delete yo ass. There we go. Interesting, okay. My guy's shirt's like full on busted open, so I don't need to really look at this, to be honest. Just delete it. More canvas for me. Okay, so I'm going to separate this out just to focus on the t-shirt, or rather the long sleeve shirt, not t-shirt. It should go something like this. Oops. You know what? I should really just make like the shape like this. Stop worrying about getting it so close to the edge, because I can modify it once it's extracted. And then go up a little bit more like that. And then extraction begins. Okay. Did I save this blue? I need that blue for the pants. Bring this over. I turn the head off so I can get a little more clarity as to the position of it. Okay. Oops. Oh, it's still, dang, okay. So I'm going to do auto groups and then just focus on, focus on that guy if I can. Boom, boom. Hide part, delete. There we go. Good to go. I feel like it's too big, but I mean, it's not really, you know, it's not really like a to scale character. This is definitely just my little cartoonized 3D Wolfman made from scratch and various sources of inspiration. Probably the biggest inspiration was just like the nose initially, keeping it more inserted into the face and rather not a snout like that is very popular and common with werewolves in media. Werewolves in media. Get out of here. Just gonna separate out this. Split hidden. Bring that in. There we go. I'm going to paint that as well, just so I can get some uniform. Turn the head off again. And then I'm going to have the flaps kind of come up a little bit, because when I merge it, I want to... I don't want to have any issues with Dynamesh moving these, and as I smooth it out, basically like eliminating all the folds and whatnot, all this fold details. Push that in. Okay. Eventually, this area right here will merge together. But I want flappiest part of this. It's like a collar, but it's not. It's not the collar. I don't know the proper terminology for it. It's like, what is this particular part of the collar? The flap part. Is it just called flaps? Someone educate me, please. Chat, help me out. I am both excited and scared of the day when there's enough people on the stream to like instantly give me feedback on things. Because that means, one, anytime I say something wrong, I'll find out right away, which is like, okay, cool. But yeah, also at the same time, anytime I get things wrong, I'll find out right away. It's like, yep. Pros and cons. It's time to mesh this fool. Okay, that's looking better. Now I need to do the part behind it. Like that. Hey Gelt, how you doing? I was actually just thinking about you. I was thinking about the Blender files I think you sent me. And I think you sent them to me. Let me just double check real quick, because I remember looking in my inbox this morning and did not see anything from you. I think you said also maybe you sent it on Instagram. Cool. Thank you very much. There it is on screen. Oh, got it here. I guess I could have used that autosave. Let me just save that while I'm looking. Let me look on Instagram. So I think you said you sent me some stuff, but I don't recall seeing anything today. Yeah, I don't have any messages or emails from you. So, hello at Not Real Toys if you want to send me some of your stuff. Okay. So I didn't get anything. Maybe it's in oh my god. You know what it is? It puts you in general. I have the T-Pain issue where in general it doesn't tell you have any new messages. I gotta move you to primary. What the heck's going on? There we go. Okay. Maybe take a look at some of these more. Oh, cool. Some good blocking. It's like some solid blocking out in the Cyclops one. It reminds me a bit of like using Z spheres and ZBrush. It looks like basically the same thing. I'm curious. I want to see you make more of it. And I'm digging this little devil dude, especially with all like the white tendrils and stuff coming out of it. Sorry you guys aren't seeing it on stream. I'm just looking at some stuff that Gelt sent me. Oh, there's so many more. Cool. Interesting concept here with the guy with like it looks like a crystal. I like the fish one too. I think that's okay. The drawing. Here we go. That's cool. You should make the whole character. I'm looking at here we go. Some funky stuff. Very cool. You should do the Cyclops one. I'd like to see that one build out more. Man, this general thing got me like... I got messages in here I've never even seen. What the heck? Totally got T-pained by Instagram. Now I'm wondering about the Not Real Toys one. Because that was my personal Instagram. I never look at in general on Not Real Toys. Luckily, nothing in there. It sounds like there's nothing in there. Okay. So, we're doing this. Okay. Extract that guy. There we go. Accept. How does that look? I don't think I'll have as much need to play with this one. I will soften it up a bit. Auto group. Delete hidden. Oops. Tutorial was going to have different options to make the lines in the blocking disappear. I'm curious. Let me just open it again. I might as well just keep Instagram open. Oh, cool. Derek Loftman's releasing a new book. That's cool. Oh, like the lines, you're saying the lines like where the different objects meet each other. Interesting. I think I know what the issue you're having was. I think it was just trying to merge them. So if you're trying to merge them, you can just go into like Blender. Well, select all of them and then go into Blender, or while you're in Blender, I think it's Object and then Join. That will join them all together, and then you can go into Sculpt mode once they're all in the same object. I guess you'd say. And up in the top right, there's like a remesh option. You can just hit remesh. That's one way to do it. Or you can go into Sculpt mode and use Dino Topology. And then if you switch it from relative to constant, you can then basically do a remesh that way with like there's like a little button when you change it from relative to constant that allows you to just apply a constant Dino Topology to the entire thing. Let me see. I'm just going to bring it up. If I can, let me switch over. Blender starting. Give it 1 sec. It's taking its damn time. Okay. So, I'm in Blender. Got my stuff right here. I'm just going to delete this. I'm going to add a little sphere there, sphere there, sphere there. And so if I want to join all these guys, which is what I think you said you're trying to do, I just select all of them, go to Object, you can join them, and then go into Sculpt mode. And then up here, there's like the little remesh option. And you can basically just hit remesh, and now all those are joined. So if I go and look at the actual model, it's all one solid topology. And that feature, lets you go in and you can, let me just Control Z out of this, do it over again. So if I go back into remesh and I drop it down by like quite a bit, hope I don't kill my frames here. I have so many slow frames this stream. Okay, yeah, so I dropped down the, or not dropped down, I increased the detail amount, and you can see the seam here is a lot thinner. And I can smooth out this whole thing. The other way I was talking about is, let me bring this back. So I have all the pieces separated again. As you can see, I can move this around. I'll go into sculpt mode. You see, you can't really see over here. I smooth just by holding shift, and then I use my mouse still because I'm apparently a monster according to other 3D artists. Oops. It's hard jumping from ZBrush to Blender immediately because I'm still using like the ZBrush short keys, but I just use the smooth brush there and do that. But yeah, so if I go to Topology, throw away that error message. So where it says detailing, I go to constant detail, and I like this method more for doing just messy retopology in Blender. So then I do detail flood fill, and that just, it should join it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, you know what? It works that way in ZBrush, but I guess in Blender you have to do a remesh first and then do Topology. So remesh. Yes. Oh, I got to turn that off. Okay. So then I hold shift and that will smooth everything out. I'm going to go into Topology, constant. The more, I think the higher it goes. What the heck? It's hard to jump from ZBrush to Blender. It's like, oh. There we go. So I filled it with detail. Oops. Let me see if I can turn like wireframe mode on. So you can see how much detail's in it right now. I just hold the shift key while moving my my brush over, and that smooths it all out. Now I got like a lopsided Mickey thing going on here. So yeah, that's how I do it. I also use a tool called Quadrant Mesher. It's a paid add-on. It's actually using the same. It's the same guy who made the Z Mesher in ZBrush. He took the technology I guess he made and put it into Blender. I think also for Maya, but it's a great add-on for getting clean topology without having to manually go and do it. It's not perfect, but it gets you to a solid place. Anything else I can show you in here while I got Blender open? Do I have all my tools loaded? I feel like I'm missing stuff in here. Alright, I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm missing my F2 plugin. What the heck? Oops, F2. And my mod tool. Oh, you know what it is? It's just, I have nothing added. Okay, there we go. So it wasn't installed. Alright, I'm going to jump back over to ZBrush. Let me know if they're... What's the best way to make hands? I have watched videos on it. I have seen a bunch of different ways. I don't really make hands too much in Blender. I make them in ZBrush, but if I'm going to make one, I just basically make a square now. And I just take that, make the fingers pretty manually. I mean, it's more like stylistically, like what are you going for? Oops. Sweet G's. So, like, I'll basically just take a hand, or take these rectangles, and I will move them forward here. Oops, I did that wrong. My bad. clear the parenting on that one. Move that down, and then do one more. I just kind of do that. So that's like one finger for me. Let me make these just a little bit smaller. There we go. And then what I'll do is I'll just duplicate this across the board. One, that's the middle finger. Actually, what I like to do now is I like to get where the pinky and the index finger are going. Let me go in here and just add down topology so I can start getting some clean mesh on here. Oop, something messed up. Kind of. In ZBrush, I'll just basically go in and yeah, like add more detail to it, so I can add like, I don't subdivide per se. It's just I add more like density to the mesh, and then I use that to sort of get the shapes I'm looking for with the fingers. So I'm just making this like a part of the hand. I always try to make the middle finger a little bit of a higher hill. So that's my middle finger center part right there. Pinky, index. Now duplicate that out. Okay, make them a little bit thicker. Here is here's that ring finger. So I'll do something like this, right? I'm not going to do the thumb right now. But so let's say that's my hand. Let me just make this a little bit chunkier. Just for the heck of it. There we go. Inside of the hand is actually higher than the knuckle area. Okay. So I'm going to select all that, hit join. I'll go into sculpt mode here. I'm going to remesh it again. Looks pretty fugly. Let's do a slightly higher resolution remesh. There we go. So now it's all one object, and I can just go in there and sort of smooth it out. So yeah, I'm not subdividing it, but I am smoothing it to get this very stylized kind of like blocky finger vibe that I like. Very inspired by like films like Wreck-It Ralph or something like that. I like blocky hands. I think they're cool looking. And now I'll turn on Dyno Topology. So only certain brushes work with the Dyno Topology setting, and I can basically just play with it now. That's a very dirty on-stream version that I just did. I mean, there's a lot to do still. You know, I got to bring the you know, knuckles up and stuff, and smooth a lot out. But yeah, now I have my fingers. I basically just duplicate out, you know, the index finger like I did before. Move it down, move it slightly lower than the rest of the hand, and turn it sideways. You know, so it's all. Ooh, can't see it. There we go. Yeah. So I took a brief class called 3D Character Workshop. It's by this awesome guy named Shane. I think it's Shane Olson. Let me just look. Yes, Shane Olson. I will share his thing on stream here. His ArtStation. That seems like a really messy way to make hands, to be honest. But Shane Olson has what's a 3D Character Workshop. I'll put that in the channel too. And I was doing hands kind of like the way he does, but then he showed a way to do it in ZBrush using just basically like the rectangles and merging them together, but keeping the individual like groups, like 1, 2, 3, you know, still able to select and edit. And I think it just helped me refine the way that I make hands. I still don't like make hands great, like they're okay, but there's such a small detail like when you zoom out. Let's jump back into ZBrush here. Yes, he made the Disney Infinity figures. He didn't make all, but I think he was like a lead creative director or something on that project. So, yeah, he's made some really cool stuff, and he hosts a lot of ZBrush like live. Like ZBrush, I think has like daily live streams on their YouTube channel. And I'm not saying this as like you need to be a ZBrush user to watch them. Like honestly, like there's so many fundamentals and things you can learn just from watching other artists, you know, who use ZBrush that you can just take back into Blender if that's the program you want to stay in. So like one of my favorite artists for the longest time was using software that, you know, that I didn't use, which was included, you know, ZBrush and 3D Studio Max, which I still have never used. I've never used Maya. I've never used 3D Studio Max. I've barely touched Substance Painter or any of those like tools yet. So this head got in the way here. Turn that off. I think, yeah, there we go. Whoa. Yeah. I'm telling you, get that special pricing before it's gone, because I think the ZBrush Summit's only once. I think it's only once a year. I mean, I'm sure they have other sales and stuff throughout the year, like, you know, probably like a Black Friday sale or something like that. But ZBrush Summit's going on right now, and they have special pricing on ZBrush Core, so you can buy that for like 120 some bucks, and then if you like it and you want to get to the more pro features, which there are definitely some features in the ZBrush, you know, entire package that I'm a little bummed to see don't come in Core, but it looks like in terms of like just doing character modeling and stuff, everything you need to get started and make some cool shit is in there. So I recommend it. Here we go. I feel like I should add some buttons to his shirt. Hey, if you get it and you have questions, hit me up on Instagram for sure. I'm like always online. I mean, my job is, I work from home. My job's always, you know, me online. So I'm pretty much always seeing messages when they come in and whatnot, and I'm pretty responsive to them. Unless apparently they go to my general inbox, but you have been moved to primary, sir. So you're all good now. Okay. I guess I should add some of the tears now. I hate like committing to like moving on to the finer details. It's like, okay, but that's why we have backups. That's why we have hidden folders of backup meshes and subtools. Depends. Depends on what the need is. I would say generally, like for the shirt, what I do is I just take the torso. Where is that at? Why is that not popping up? And I'll just go in and mask the part of the shirt that I want. So let's say that this was a full-on shirt. Oops. I would just go in and mask the entire piece and then make the collar Oh, crap. You know, unmask, and then probably where the bottom of the shirt is, and then what I'll go in and do is hit extract, which is going to be crazy big. And that basically just duplicates the object. I hate that it added that one piece in there. Let me just go ahead and do this again so it's a little easier to see. Okay. Let's hit extract again. There we go. So basically just duplicated the shirt, and you can see here it still has the holes in it. And now I can go in and I can just, oops, smooth that out. I can bring down the Dynamesh quality down a bit, stretch it, whatever. There you go. Now you can see that the torso originally is still under there. If I modify, you can see it's still under there if I move it around. I don't know. I think you can do that in Blender. Now I'm curious. Because I feel like I have done it before in Blender. I'm just not sure. Okay, so let's go into... I mean, you can also just go into Blender, you know, copy part of the mesh. So let's say like I wanted to just go in and copy this area out and make that the shirt. I can go into like my tools over here. Where is it at? Options. So I'm pretty sure there's like a selection feature in here where you can select, like you can mirror your cursor selection. Where the heck is it? I so often don't model in ZBrush or in Blender anymore that I forget where things are. Edit. That's loop. 3D cursor. Dang, I don't remember what it was, but so, you know, you can go in here and just do that, and then, you know, Shift D. Now you got the extra part in there. Although I don't know what the heck's going on there. I think it was because I had faces selected. Yeah, so like I Shift D, now I have that, you know, and I can play with that. I can hit P, separate it. Now I have it as like a separate object that I can smooth out and do stuff to. But I think if you go into sculpt mode in Blender, use the mask brush, I think there's a way to extract. Yeah, mask extract right there. And it pretty much does the same thing. I mean, you have different settings and stuff. Different from what you're seeing in ZBrush. But yeah, so sculpt mode, mask it, and then extract mask, and then you can choose to not smooth it at all. And now it's pretty much exactly what I had, or you can smooth it to give it a little more. I always smooth it because it just looks better. At least in ZBrush it does. Okay. Okay, so let me merge down that. I'm going to duplicate it. Hide it. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and give it a big old merge right there. I can smooth this out. Actually, I'm going to just decimate this area. So right now it's decimating a part of the mesh. Because I just want to really merge these together. I don't want it to sit around smoothing out a high-res mesh. That would take forever. Oh, I got to turn it off though once I'm done. There we go. So you got a little sloppy around there. I'm not going to do the arms yet. Where's that? The hands. Why isn't... Where are those at? Ah, what did I do? What is happening? Where are my arms at? I think I lost them. I think I accidentally deleted something. Because it is not looking good in here. Transparent. Is there any arms in there? Where'd my arms go? I think I'm missing them. Multiple layers? In Blender or in like ZBrush? Actually, I'm going to move this over just so I can see. I think this is going to be good. I'm just going to put my chat window up to next to ZBrush and you can see a little more. Oh, like in the sidebar area? Yeah. Yeah, just like turning it on. Like that was definitely one thing in Blender that took me some time was getting used to was the outliner panel. And when I first started, they didn't even have that. It was like these little check boxes, and you would have to assign different parts of your model to the different parts of the different check boxes, and it was really weird. And then they, shortly after I started using Blender, they finally added like the layer outliner panel, and then I had to get reused to it. But I think I came into using Blender at a really good time because right around the time I started using it, they started just shipping product updates like crazy. Seems like they're slowing down a little bit right now, but I guess they're working a lot on geometry nodes, which is like cool. I don't know how much use I'll have for it, but I'm glad that they're shipping really cool features for other parts of the 3D community. Where the heck did I put the arms at? I don't know what's going on. Hey, there it is. So I got confused. My bad. Okay. I was going to say, I don't remember deleting the arms, but sure enough, they were missing. Okay. Move that out. Move that out. Move that out. Split hidden. Move these down, move it in more. Make it huge, just because I want to see it huge. I wonder what his hands would look like, just like absolutely massive. I mean, you could have some straight up like just giant wolf claws. But it looks kind of silly. You can do the layering, hiding stuff in Blender as well. I'm just gonna keep jumping back to them. We're not gonna get anything done on this. So like I have up here the outliner. So if you just tap the little corner in these panels, just go to outliner, and so there's my thing there. And if you go to this little funnel icon, you can turn all this stuff off or turn it all on. And the checkbox one is the one that turns stuff off and on. So do some of these other ones, but that's more particular, like for view, for render, or no, for view, for render. I'm not sure what the eye one does, but so I just duplicated my sphere. So I have two different folders that have the spheres in them, and I can turn that one off or turn that one off. I can turn them all off. I like the drag feature in Blender, where if you just click and hold without letting go, and then you just drag, it turns everything either off or on. Same thing works for like the modifier panel. So if I go to like subdivision, solidify, I don't know, mirror, and I want to like, show or hide all these panels, I can just click the arrow and then drag down. I can click the hide or icon, drag down, drag up. It just shows everything. It's really cool. I wish that feature was in more programs. Yeah, outliner panel. It's new. No, don't say sorry. It's cool to be able to like, talk about this stuff. Oops. Okay. I'm just keeping Blender open so I can bounce back and forth between it, Besides, this stream goes, we're trying to complete this project by tomorrow night, so whatever we don't get done tonight, can always save for tomorrow. More content for the stream. Okay. I do like his hands big, so I'm going to stick with it. I just need to make his actual wrist bigger. I'm going to separate out the chest. Split hidden. So now I have the arms in a different subgroup. There is so much stuff in Blender that's like hidden and not like, I mean, it's an awesome program, but there's definitely a lot to learn to feel like that, you're like, it's easy to move around in. There's still so much about it. Like all this stuff with like geometry nodes is coming out. I'm just like, ugh. Like I'm excited to learn it at the same time. I'm just like, oh, there's so much to learn, so little time. It's like, can I just have like, I need like that Dragon Ball Z like training capsule they go in where like the gravity's like 100 times like heavier or something, and they come out of it and it's been like a week, but they've been training for like 100 years like inside the capsule. Like I need that. Either that or the whole Matrix, download the info directly into my brain. Just like, oof, I just learned geometry nodes. How do you feel? Confused still. Yeah. I always thought that was such a cool concept in the show. I haven't watched Dragon Ball in a long time. I watched a lot like when I was a kid in like high school or middle school. I think like Dragon Ball Z was still just premiering then. I saw senzu beans at a comic book shop the other day. I thought that was cool. I almost bought them. I wonder if Carhartt Gaming is on still. Might have jumped off. Do you still watch it actively? Because I know I am like, I want to get into it and watch more of it. I just don't know, like there's so much Dragon Ball out now, and like they're releasing movies and stuff, and all the fans seem to love it. I just don't know, like I don't even like know where to start now, because I know like they kind of remade Dragon Ball Z, right? I need to like look up some kind of SEO clickbait article that just like breaking down exactly what you need to know about Dragon Ball Z so far. Oh really? I thought they were still like making like new anime. They're still making games for it, I think. I think I heard that. I think I heard it was bad. I am not a fan of 3D in anime. There are times where it works okay, passably so, but a lot of the time it just comes off as cheap, and I hate that because it totally takes me out of it. It's like, I want to enjoy this. like Berserk came out, they redid like Berserk in 3D, and I was such a huge fan of the original anime. I read a lot of the manga, so I was really excited to hear that they were doing Berserk again. A little bummed it was going to be the whole Golden Age arc again, like everything I had already seen in the anime, the original one rather. And I own it on. I own all the first three. I'm not sure if they made more than three because I kind of tuned out. But I remember the first one just being like, whew, like it was just rough to watch. And I think they improved it a bit with chapter 2 and 3, but just not the same, man. You know, like I'd rather just take choppy 80s looking anime, you know, where like it's like like they're animating on like every like 6th frame. Berserk's awesome, but the author of it just died like a couple months ago, maybe. So, and I think he left it unfinished, so it's kind of a bummer. But I mean, he's been writing it for like over like 20 years, so at that point, it's just like okay. I read at one point that like he was on a hiatus from writing Berserk for so long because he was too busy playing like dating sims at home. Like, can you imagine like telling your boss that like you can't work today? Not that he had like a boss, but you know he had publishers who I'm sure were like, "Hey man, you gonna have that new chapter coming out soon for the magazine?" Like, nah, sorry. Just really engaged in this dating sim right now. It's like, yeah, you've been saying that for like a year. Like I remember reading that and just being like, wow, what a different world this man like lived in. Like I can't say that stuff. I can't just go off for a bit and play games. It'd be pretty cool to do so. But it's also cool to know that like no matter what, like, you know, he could go take a break, take a breather, you know, just do some stuff for himself and then come back and keep writing, and you know the fans are still there like waiting, like, yes, he's back. I mean, it's pretty cool too. Okay, gonna give some pointy elbows to this fool. That's just so funny. I have hiccups on stream because I had a fatty bar dinner. So crazy how detailed it was. Truly an amazing creator. I hope he was happy in life. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he didn't take any. Maybe he just studied other artists. It's like interesting how often I hear that be a thing. Like, yeah, I just didn't. I just started making my own thing and was like, cool. For sure, yeah. I want to do a wiki deep dive on the guy. Okay, I'm liking how the arms are looking. Beef them up a little bit. Give it a save. Gelt, are you going to do anything for Halloween? Yee. Are you dressed up as anything? Okay, so we have the torso. Let me split these arms out, actually. That's cool. I mean, I could have guessed it from your, Instagram avatar. That's another show. I mean, sorry to say, I haven't really watched much of One Piece. I've been interested in it because the character designs alone are freaking crazy and awesome. The premise seems really cool. It's just like one of those things that I found out about pretty late, and I realized that there's like so much of the anime and manga out there. I'm just like, I don't even know where to begin right now. You'll hear me say this a lot, but I have a 1-year-old, and when you got 1-year-old and the job and everything, it's just like, just got to make selections into things I can spend the time on. I often just choose to do 3D. I'm like, I could play a game right now, or I could do 3D. Oh, I'll do 3D. I love that though, because I hope it means that like one day I can actually start watching it and get into it and be like, oh my god, I love this season. How many more seasons are there? Oh, there's like 20 more seasons. Yes. Where it shows that I have actually watched like One Punch Man, which my wife and I like love. It's like I watched it and it's over, and then I watched the second season, which was a little disappointing. I have no clue when the third season's coming out. Holy shit, 900 episodes. That's so many. How do they keep it fresh? Is it fresh? Or is it like sometimes get a little like... I mean, anime is pretty like... It's not uncommon at all for like anime to really pad some things out. Are they still making the manga too? I don't know why I didn't expect you to say that, but it's really funny. Jesus. That's so crazy. It's crazy how like some properties, some anime manga go on forever, and other ones have like a season no matter how popular it is. Like, Cowboy Bebop coming to live action on Netflix, but like they only ever made one season. Okay. Oh, you know what? I meant to separate out this one arm. Split masked points. There we go. I know. Like, listen, like I am a huge Cowboy Bebop fan. Like one of my best friends from high school and I we both call each other like Cowboy Bebop like names as like, nicknames and stuff, and love that show so much. Love the soundtrack to it. I used to listen to the soundtrack all the time. Yeah. Was so excited when they announced a movie version of it coming out with Keanu Reeves even. And then that, sure enough, went into development hell. Nothing ever came of it. I gave up hope. Yeah, and then sure enough, I found out that Netflix is making it. I'm like, okay. I'm here for that. And let me just delete this real quick. I want to be optimistic, but at the same time, it looks pretty low budget. I have to say. I have to say it. I gotta say it. I'm not. I'm a little worried about it. I'm just afraid that it's going to look like too low budget. Like, it almost looks like a CW show at this point, which is like kind of disappointing because I know Netflix has the budget for some things. like, The Witcher looks pretty good. I don't think it has a huge budget, but they make it look pretty good most of the time. There are some scenes that are a little like, but like I feel like when it matters, The Witcher does put their their budget where it belongs. The adaptation seems a little forced. Like they're trying to it does feel like they're really trying to get in on the nostalgia feel for the fans, give a lot of fan service, and I think that's like both cool, but I would like to see I would like to see it be a little more of its own thing. Like, not be as heavy-handed about it. Maybe I'm asking for too much. At this point, like, I'm just happy we're going to see it, you know? I did see a scene from the latest trailer that dropped that had the Pierre Le Fou, I think his name is, of the crazy big dude with the top hat. Like, I remember seeing that episode as a kid and just being like, what? Like, it was crazy. And I saw I saw him in the trailer for the Netflix show, and they had him flying in the air, and it looked like some straight up just man in a wire harness floating around. It was like, what I loved about it in the cartoon is that he looked legitimately like he had no gravity on him. Like, he was just like flying around and stuff, and like, in no gravity whatsoever. And that added to like the freakiness, the bizarreness, and the almost like the terrifying quality of that character. It's like he just did not obey the laws of physics in so many different ways, and him floating around, and it was just so well done in the anime. I see it in the show, I'm just like, it looks a little rough. It looks a little rough. I hope it's good. I really, really do. And put some more of these up in here. Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right about that. I'll be happy if it can give us something a little new, Like, hey, give me Cowboy Bebop, but also, like, maybe expand upon it. Try to make, like, the thing is, like, I don't think Netflix wants to make a show. I mean, I know they have, like, limited series, but I think Netflix is more invested in working on properties that, have legs. And if they're just going to do the whole complete first season as the anime, it's like, okay, well, now you did that. You didn't do anything new. So what are you going to do now? You do? I think it's going to be the same thing. Everything I've seen so far in the trailers, in the latest trailer, which actually gives a good look at like the plot of the show, feels like it's straight up ripped from the anime. I never read the manga, of course, so I don't know how much it takes from that. I'm kind of assuming that it is straight up just looking at the anime as the source material. Okay, merge this down. Merge. Oh, you son of a gun. Why didn't that work? Do I have live Boolean on? Dang it. I don't understand. Oh, I messed it up. Shucks. Oh, Death Note. That movie. I think that movie didn't have a chance with me to begin with because I already watched the. Is it Korean? Is Death Note Korean? I can't remember. But I remember watching the live action movie for that. And I liked it. It was cool. I don't know, like that to me, like I'm not a big fan of just taking like those, like, I don't know, for me, so it's Japanese, taking stories like that and just kind of making like an Americanized version of it. It's like, okay, like, if you're not gonna really change much about it, then like, what's really the point? Like, I'm with the director of Parasite. Like, just just watch the movie with subtitles. There's so many more great movies out there if we could just get over our subtitle phobia. I feel like there's an easier way to make tears than this, and I'm just totally not even thinking about it. Okay. Yeah. How cool is it that Squid Game is like super popular now? It's like still in the zeitgeist. I feel like that's a good example of the counter argument to the Patty Jenkins, the director of Wonder Woman, saying that like all the streaming stuff is basically like worthless, or not worthless, but basically like not great because no one's talking about them. Like, they are. You're just not in the conversations, I think. Well, if they did Americanized Squid Game, it would just be like they would just be like, wait, didn't we do this with Hunger Games and kids? Should we just do that again? Should we just make it like, teenagers again? Like, yeah, then we can have them make out. Kids like that, right? Okay. What is happening? Why is it looking so funky? There we go. If they named it hopscotch and was straight up a rip of it, I mean, that sounds like an Onion article to me. I don't know about you. Have you watched Midnight Mass, by the way? I watched that series recently and I freaking loved it. It was awesome. Oh, you should check it out. It's awesome. It's made by the guy who made Haunting of Hill House and Haunting of Bly Manor. It's got some of the same actors in it. I think his name is Mike Flanagan, I think is the director's name. Might be wrong on that, though. I'm not sure. I'm just making some little tears right now. Yeah, you should watch it. Check it out. That's probably my highest recommended show right now. If anyone's, if I had to sit down at a dinner table or whatever with someone like, hey, you watching anything good? I'd be like, Midnight Mass. Check that out. I feel like we have a really good couple months coming up of like entertainment, like some good movies coming out, some good Netflix shows coming out. Like I'm hyped for Witcher Season 2. I'm hyped for Spider-Man, which I know we were talking about Spider-Man yesterday, and I think I came to a conclusion today. I was out riding my board, and I thought, you know what? I think the two other Spider-Men have to be in it. My reason is, and I have an alternate theory if this isn't the truth, is that I think it's going to be hard for them to introduce all the villains, which it's been confirmed, by the way, that the Sinister Six are in it, and it's going to be pretty much all the villains from the previous films. Like the guy who played the Lizard's back, the guy who played Sandman in Spider-Man 3 is going to be back. I think it's going to be hard to introduce all these classic villains and without context of like why they're still alive or like what they were doing, like it's just really weird to pull them in and not even reference, the Spider-Man that they were I like I like the 96%. Not 97, not 95, 96. I feel about the same way, to be honest. I'm like, I can't say 99 because that's like too sure, but I'm like pretty freaking sure. Yeah. I just think it's gonna be too hard to introduce them without the context of what Spider-Man they've already introduced. Because clearly, Doc Ock knows Peter Parker, and I don't know. Like, I don't think it's gonna be Tom Holland's Peter Parker that he knows. Yeah. Let me just move this up a little bit. I look a little funky. So yeah, I think they're going to be in it because of that. I think it's going to be how they use them to introduce the other villains and whatnot. Plus, it's going to be hard to fight the Sinister Six if it's just one Spider-Man, right? Like, he had a hard enough time with every villain so far. He had a hard enough time with Vulture. Vulture's got to be in it, right? So you have Sandman, Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Electro, Vulture. Who's the sixth? I heard Rhino's not going to be in it. Who am I missing? Trying to think who the sixth character will be. I don't think Mysterio will be back. I think he's actually dead. Okay. Tear this sleeve up a little bit. Actually, I'm just gonna trim that. Oops. Just have this whole sleeve kind of. I read that he isn't. I read a apparent leak that said that he will be mentioned in it, but he won't be in it. And there's going to be a different villain to complete the sixth, which I'm kind of fine about because I thought, as much as I think Paul Giamatti is a great actor, his Rhino was god awful in that movie, which is like, it's not him, it's the director. I mean, I would like to see a proper Rhino in the movie. Makes you wonder if Electro is going to acknowledge a Green Goblin in his own universe when Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin shows up. It's going to be like, hey, I know a guy that dresses just like you. I feel sad that you like the Rhino and then they haven't put him properly in a movie yet. Like, did you like him in Amazing Spider-Man? Like, isn't it a bummer, like, when they keep making movies with, like, the same characters? You're like, just put this one in! Come on, give me one! And then they do it, and you're just like, it's not what I meant. I haven't heard anything about Mr. Negative. Alright, what's a good way to do this? I'm just going to bring it down. I haven't like read the comics, so like Spider-Man comics in a long time. So I was only recently introduced to Mr. Negative when the PlayStation 4 game came out. I actually thought he was an original character for that game. It wasn't until I did more research on the game before it came out that I found out that he was actually, a character from the comics. I was like, oh snap, Okay. Okay. That's what I like about the MCU is they introduce so many like just unpopular characters that like half the people who watch these movies like never even heard of. Like, who the hell is that? And like, oh well, actually, that guy he goes back, way back. Yeah, very cool. It was a very cool character. I like how it was fun to go against him in the game and like the way that they inverted like his boss battle and stuff, and like very cool character. Interesting story too. I dug his story. I was a bit sympathetic to his story in the game. I was like, shit, I kind of feel where he's coming from. Good villain. I guess I gotta make his arm thicker. Oh shit. Well, they are making a Craven movie, right? I keep hearing that they're wanting to do one. So that would be interesting. That would be probably a good way to introduce that character. I'm telling you, I think Doctor Strange is potentially a villain in this movie. And that's not like a Mephisto conspiracy, but I think he might be. Maybe not straight up like villain, but I think he might be a force against Peter at some point. Trying to stop him from getting into shenanigans. Okay. It's looking good. Let's give it a save. I'm curious. Did I save it? What the heck? No Way Home. Maguire and Garfield Spider-Man movies get new box sets before No Way Home. Come on, they're in it. Tell us the truth! I used to look at MCU leaks on Reddit, but then it became a closed community, and now I gotta get invited to it, I guess. Yo, what the hell? I'm trying to get on Reddit right now just to see if I got accepted into it, because I had to like ask for it. MCU leaks. Damn it! That won't let me in. Some of them, yeah. I guess the MCU leaks one went private because they probably were getting stuff taken down by, Marvel spies and stuff. So I thought I was a member of it, but I guess I wasn't. I guess I was just going to it. And now I have to get accepted. The only issue is that like my Reddit account is like pretty new. Because I made one for Not Real Toys. And so it might look like my account is pretty sus because it's like, the date on here is not that. This guy hasn't been on Reddit for that long. It's like, I just made a new account. Okay. Let's make his shirt now. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, I get it. I hope so. I love spoilers. I'm terrible with it. I just like... I like spoilers because it actually makes me more excited for the movie. Like, I get that I'm missing some things out with the surprise and whatnot, but I think I just like watching it more. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. They probably do. Spoilers are huge. Huge business. Just delete that. You know, I'm going to have to do the same thing I did before, where I just... oops. So I want to actually make a proper hole from it, because if I do animation, I want the jacket holes to, you know, be visible, not just be like a punched in part of the mesh. Oh shit, it's almost 11. It's streaming for a minute. Alright, so let me see. I want like a different shape. I never use these other shapes. This is interesting. What is that? Eraser brush. Gimme. You know, I will say for Eternals, I've been pretty. I've not paid attention much to the marketing materials that's come out for that. I've watched the trailers, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I'm looking forward to watching it. At this exact moment, I'm kind of like, I'm excited to see it. I have no expectations going into it. I heard it's good. I hope it's good. I hope it's cool. Okay, just add some of that. I'll just make it look really scrappy. Thoughts on the new Batman trailer? I just watched it right before I came down because I was going through Apple TV trailers. And I was like, oh yeah, the Batman trailer. I waited for a while for that to come out. Let me watch it again. I don't know why. I was really hyped up for the first trailer for it. Right now, I'm kind of at a... excited to see it, but not sure. I mean, the movie looks visually fantastic. I just, I'm curious. I'm curious if like a movie centered around the Riddler is gonna do it for me. I think it's just basically gonna be a lot more of a Batman-focused movie and not that focused on the menace at hand, which is good. It is a Batman movie, right? So, I should like do this. Yeah, just I'm curious. I'm curious how it is. I kind of have like a weird vibe that it's going to be very different than what I think it's going to be. So I think that has me kind of cautious about getting too hyped for it right now. oddly enough, it's like I haven't even seen the first movie yet. I'm like, okay, this is interesting. This is an interesting world that they're setting up for a new Batman movie. Where do they go next? What's the next villain? Because I don't think it's going to be Joker. I don't know if they'll introduce a Joker in this one. I think they might skip Joker for this particular iteration of the Batman universe, because I think they're seeing with Joker how much power he has outside of being in a Batman movie. I mean, maybe they will have Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. I didn't think he'd do another one, but I read recently that he's up for it. So I'm like, oh shit, okay. Maybe they'll do it. I mean, it seems like he could fit into the universe. Yeah. Yeah, I think the studio might be like, let's pump the brakes just a little bit on Joker. I mean, he's good at making money for us, but we also recognize that we need to, give the audience a little bit of a break, create a temptation, like they want to have more of them after. I think a lot of people are saying that. Oh snap! Guess what? ZBrush just died. All right, starting to back up. I'm gonna take while this is starting back up. Oh yeah, Penguin's in it. It's crazy. It's crazy he's in it because it's Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell? Yeah, I think it's Colin Farrell is his name. Playing in the role. This sucks. Can't believe it died on me. I don't think I saved in a minute either. Last save was 10 minutes ago, so. I can see them doing Two-Face again. Curious what the characters will do. Like, I wonder if they'll ever get like supernatural with it, or like get into the more like fantasy elements of Batman, or if they'll keep it very, very grounded. Very, very. Oh, all my shirt holes are gone. Damn it! Damn it, Blender, or damn it, ZBrush. All right. I agree. It would be cool to do a Two-Face piece. It happens. ZBrush, it doesn't crash that often for me, but it does crash. Okay, live boolean. I think what I'll do is I'll just to keep it from crashing again. Shit, what the hell? Why did it separate? Oh, because I already... God, stupid. Thank you. That's really nice. I don't think that's possible right now, right? I have no clue. That is really cool for you to say that, because I definitely want to get to the point someday where hopefully we have I don't even care if it's small, just community of people that are interested in this type of stuff, and that would be awesome. I don't know if I can do it at this time though. I really don't. I'm like, do you have to be an affiliate on Twitch to be able to do that? I have no clue. Now I'm curious. How do I get subs on Twitch? I don't mean like how do I get people to subscribe. I mean like how do I actually activate that? How do I activate? I think you have to be an affiliate, right? You have to have 50 followers. Maintain an average of 3 simultaneous viewers within the last 30 days. Stream 500 minutes or more in the last 30 days. Stream at least 7 days. So really the only thing I'm missing is the followers. And I'm pretty sure if I had 50 people following, I could get 3 people simultaneously watching every stream. That's all right. I'll get there. I plan on doing this for as long as I can do it, and I don't see any reason why I would be taken away from it at this time. So, not on every piece of wood around me, because I really enjoy doing it. So, I mean, I'm doing 3D modeling anyway. It's awesome just to be able to do it on stream and have people to talk to. People I can bounce off my crazy comic book movie and nerdy like thoughts on. Do you ever think about streaming? You saying you think I'd have more by now, or? Yeah. Oh, okay. What's your drop your YouTube handle in. Check it out. I want to be like friends more with like people who actually are like, you know, into this stuff, because my circles outside of like, you know, here are, it's like people are aware of it, but they're not really in tune with it or interested in doing it themselves, and it's like hard to kind of talk to them about it because it's like there's so much that goes into it, and it's honestly fascinating for me because I feel like it's just such like it's such a scratching the surface of what the future of entertainment is going to be. Oh, thank you. Well, hopefully, you know, more people see it and follow it and come back. And I know consistency is key, so I'm trying to do it 3 days a week. Trying to do it later because I understand that's usually when people are. I mean, apparently the best time to do it is like starting at 12 o'clock, which is just like just not possible for me to do. Okay, cool. Gelt121 or just Gelt? If you have Gelt as your YouTube handle, I'm going to be super impressed. How do you look up just people on YouTube? They don't make it easy. Gotcha. I don't really either. I just repost the stuff my streams on Twitch to there. What's that? reminds me, I need to look up what is happening here. Processing video. Wow. I tried to upload my video earlier today from Twitch from last night's stream, and it says it's still uploading. That makes no sense at all. Okay. I got a lot of people pissed off. I'm curious, but I won't poke. I won't poke. There is definitely stuff out there from when I was younger that I'm sure I would not be like all that. Like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna leave that in the past. Shoot. Just gonna have to leave that one behind. Okay. How to put GTA 5 onto any iOS device. Alright. If I need to do that, I will. If I need to learn how to put GTA 5 into my iPad, I will definitely refer to this video and definitely send it to all my friends. Yo, when are they going to make another GTA, by the way? What the hell? It's like... I was talking to my brother about it. I'm like, I don't think that they're ever going to make another numbered Grand Theft Auto. I think Grand Theft Auto Online just does too well for them. Like, I see Grand Theft Auto just becoming like World of Warcraft now, where it's like, yeah, we had just have Grand Theft Auto Online, and we're just going to do that because we make like $1 billion every day from it. So, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Alright, I'm going to mess with these holes for a bit. Confirmed by whom? It's already been a long time. So it's an international setting? I've seen a fake poster and it has Ryan Reynolds on it. Great. Gotcha. Keep the belief alive. Power up GTA, unlock perks with the whole community, become a hero. What is this? Exclusive. Dr. Dre working on great effing music for Grand Theft Auto. This is posted. It's posted today. That's interesting. And some music is connected to Grand Theft Auto game is coming out. I think it will be his way of... That's crazy. I just love that Dr. Dre would be. Yeah, I don't know. I saw the trailer for it, and I was just like, okay. I don't know. Like it's a it doesn't look that much more amazing, you know. Like it doesn't look better than Grand Theft Auto 5. It looks not as good as Grand Theft Auto 5. So like if you're gonna remake it and it's gonna come out on what is now very new consoles, you know, on the market, it's like I don't know. I just didn't impress me. So many remakes come out these days, you know. Yeah, but like, can't you just get those like this type of effects by just playing the original and like downloading like the mods for them? Like, I don't know. Like, what's the incentive? Yeah, I mean, shit, we might get the next Elder Scrolls game before we get Grand Theft Auto 6. It's just crazy. I saw a Twitter post the other day. It was like, you know, PlayStation 2 had like 3 different Grand Theft Autos on it. Grand Theft Auto 5 has been on 3 different consoles. It's like, yeah, that's very accurate and sad. Yep. I mean, whatever. They probably did they make? Did they personally do it? GTA remaster, or did they just have some other company do it? Trilogy, wiki. Oh, I went to the wrong one. Grove Street Games is who redid it. Looks like Grove Street Games. I wonder if like this studio came to Rockstar and said like, you know, we'll redo it. Or it looks like they did a remaster of Bully. I never played that game. Heard it was good. Yeah. What game are you looking to come out next? Like, is there any like games on the horizon you're like, I cannot wait to get my hands on this? I'm a huge Fable fan, and I know that you know, it's been a while, and Fable 3 wasn't very well received. But I love the first two. I'm not optimistic that whatever the new game is going to be the same as what I remember playing back in the day. just because Lionhead Studios got disbanded, so it's not even the same team making it. But I really hope so, because I really miss playing those games. I had a lot of fun when I was growing up playing Fable. It's just all tech demos. Everything is tech demos and remasters from now on. That's what Infamous on PS4 was. It was like a really short game. It wound up feeling like more like a tech demo. I enjoyed it, but it ended so quickly. Elden Ring. The hype for that is so high. I need to see more of it. I know like a gameplay video came out, or was it like a, what was it? Was it leaked, or did they finally release it? Oh shit! Alien Hominid Invasion! Yo, I posted a picture of Alien Hominid on Twitter like the week before Alien Invasion got announced, and Dan Paladin, the artist behind all the Behemoth games, like reposted it, and I was so excited. And then after they announced the trailer, he recommented on it. It's like he said something like he was shocked that I guess someone had a piece of fan art like a week before it got announced. So I was very lucky to have good timing on that one. I love Alien Hominid. I love pretty much everything from the Behemoth, but I'm really excited to see Nightmare Cops come out. Yeah, fun fact, I lived, I went to the same high school that the founder of the Behemoth went to. Not at the same time. He was already out of school by the time I got in there, but yeah, I was kind of I guess I lived in the right area at the right time, because I think I was a little bit at the ground level of the Flash revolution back in the day. Oh, I can't wait for Nightmare Cops. Yeah. Yep. I live pretty close to the Newgrounds office, actually. I've never been to it. I don't even know if I guess they still have it. Because I think they still have events there once a year or something. I've never been to one. I should go. I'm trying to get in touch with more artists in my area, because I've never been really good at that. So I should probably go to one of those events or something. Even a more interesting bit of history, my parents back in the day owned a very small local print shop, and they did sticker printing for Newgrounds. And one day, Tom Fulp stopped by my house to pick up some stickers, because I guess he knew that I wanted to meet him or something, and I wasn't home. But my mom got to meet him, and I was very jealous and upset about it. I did eventually get to meet him. I saw him at I think the first time I saw him was at San Diego Comic-Con. I bumped into him there and connected, and then I've seen him at PAXs and stuff like that. So I need to go to a PAX again. It's been a long time. This was a very long time ago. I was maybe in middle school, so it was definitely a huge deal for me back then. That's cool to hear because I same. I spent a lot of time on Newgrounds growing up. I spent a lot of time trying to make stuff on Newgrounds and being very unsuccessful at getting anything. I did make one thing that got like a daily award, but most of my stuff got, pretty trashed and whatnot, which is like, yeah, looking back at it, I can see why. But I tried a lot. I tried very hard back then to make good stuff, and I just didn't have the ability to. Now it's like now I have the time, and I think I could definitely make better stuff. It's just like, or sorry, now I don't have the time, but I feel like the ability to make better stuff, and I just don't have the time. So I'll sit here and make 3D stuff instead. Let me give this guy a save. Might port him over to Blender soon. Oh, it is 11:30. Okay, yeah. So I probably wouldn't say this if there's a lot more people watching this, because I don't know how public it is. But the school I went to, the high school I went to, is the same high school that Tom Fulp went to. It also happened to be the same high school that his brother, Wade Fulp, the older brother, his wife taught at, and Wade Fulp's wife was my home ec teacher, so I learned cooking from her. And then I was in a school play, and Wade Fulp showed up to it, and I got a picture with him, and that was the best part about being in that school play. It was still a lot of fun to do, but like having Wade Fulp come like after being such a massive follower of Newgrounds and getting a picture with him, I was just like, oh my god! I mean, he would have been there regardless. It wasn't for me, it was because his wife was a teacher there, and she showed up to it. So, I remember like asking his wife, like, is Wade gonna show up? And she's like, yep. I was like, oh man. I wish I had the picture. I would post it on stream. It's somewhere deep within a moving box, somewhere in my basement. Seek out, not a lot of people get it. It's cool to know that you grew up on a lot of the same stuff, because I can tell that story to so many people I know in my life, and they'd be like, oh, that's cool. And I know, like, deep down, they'd just be basically, just like, okay, I will not save this information in my brain. This is not important. Good for you. Yeah, I mainly credit Newgrounds for a lot of my creative ambition, because I grew up pretty much just spending all my time on the computer trying to make cool Flash movies and stuff, and largely being unsuccessful at it, but a lot of it was targeted to put onto Newgrounds, and yeah, I'm trying to get onto Newgrounds right now. Actually, it's been a while. Oops. Apparently, I don't know my own login for it. Whoops. My account got locked because I didn't know my password. Whoopsies! Okay, mute. Yeah. I've been on Newgrounds, it says here. Jesus. I joined Newgrounds on March 31st of 2001. Oh, it's 20 years! 20 years. That's awesome. Do you know his name? I'm curious to see like the stuff he makes. Because I've started posting my art on Newgrounds a while ago. I haven't posted anything in a while, but it's cool now to like, it gets front paged pretty often when I post my art, which is like, I used to make all these Flash movies as a kid, and half of them would get blamed. And I think I only ever had one that got like an award. It was like a probably like fourth, of the day medal. But now I post my art, and it gets front page. I'm like, hey, I did it. I got on the front page of Newgrounds eventually. It was 20 years after, but Grublord, okay. Grublord. I don't see him. Oh well. Grublord. Can't find him. Oh well. Alright, how's Wolfman looking? We need to... That's looking okay. I feel like I should add a tear like right there. Where is that other sleeve at? Okay. I wish like the height of Newgrounds is still like Flash and stuff, like all the cool movies. Like when Newgrounds started to fade out a bit and Flash died, like I feel like it really lost something, because it didn't get replaced with YouTube. Like, yeah, artists started moving towards YouTube, but YouTube was quick to not prioritize their content and not really reward animators on there because their content wasn't long enough or wasn't as engaging enough. And it's just really sucks because I think Newgrounds helped a lot of people, especially young people like me and you, to like get interested in the creative field and want to create things. And I don't see that really happening that much anymore. Now people like want to go on TikTok and make dance videos and stuff, and like that's like what this generation's doing. And it's like, it's cool, but I don't know. It's like America's Got Talent or one of the shows. Like eventually, it's like, okay, but like eventually, I'm gonna stop caring about you doing stupid dances. So like, it just feels so temporary. Oh, there's a hyphen. Oh, cool. Got some madness stuff in there, of course. Is that MF Doom? A lot of madness stuff in there. Cool. Oh, I like the Hellclown Rage Overload one he did. That's cool. You could do this stuff, man. You could do this for sure. Dad and Me one's cool. Dad and Me Eternal. Dad and Me is Eternal, rather. Sorry. That's a cool one. I'd log into my account and follow him if I didn't have to go and reset my password. I don't feel like doing it. Okay, let's focus on legs. So I'll basically add like fur come out of these areas. I'm gonna add fur on his chest right now because I'm tired of seeing his chest be so like not furry. What is it called? Mesh dot. Very interesting. Gotcha. I still stand by what I said. I think you can definitely do that type of stuff. Ah. I mean, I guess. I mean, it does help because there's definitely times like me making stuff like this. Like I could definitely save myself some creative time by not having to figure out a lot of like what my character is going to look like, because I could sketch out quicker on 2D, in 2D, not on 2D, um, and then jump into ZBrush and just look at the 2D piece and be like, okay, that. But I just don't enjoy that as much personally. That's just my own process. I don't enjoy doing it that much. So I just want to become a really good 3D modeler to the point where I can 3D model as fast as other people can 2D sketch stuff, and it's gonna take a long time, but that's my goal, I guess. I never really stated that out loud. Sounds like he figured it out pretty quick. Is that what I'm hearing? Because that's also kind of crazy to hear. Blender is not. Definitely takes some time to be able to jump into. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do, because yeah, it's hard to see when you're the one doing it. I don't know. You probably feel the same way. I had a really good moment of clarity when I used to work for this company called Red Ventures. It was a massive company. They own a bunch of big websites. They own GameStop now. Not GameStop, GameSpot, and all the different. They own CNET basically, and yeah, that company had when I was working there had over 3,000 some employees. I'm sure they have way more now because they just keep acquiring companies along with all their staff. Okay, that's what I thought that was. But yeah, there was I worked with a lot of different awesome, talented, creative, and technical people, and it's I started hearing from all of them that they all had imposter syndrome. All of them felt like they didn't really know what they were doing, and they really just figure out as they go. And it's most of us feel that way, because we really look at our work and we're so self-critical of it that all we see is the flaws and how long it took us to get to a good, even when it's something I like. When I work on something that I'm actually really proud of, a part of me still feels like I just got lucky, or yeah, I got to a good place, but how long did it take me to get there? Yeah, what the hell happened there? What the hell? I don't know what's going on. Okay. Something is glitching. Whoa. Okay, something is cutting something out. Yeah. And like, to be honest, I think that's actually a benefit. Because if we're gonna get to the point where we think we're hot shit, and we're doing awesome stuff, I think we're just gonna be a lot less critical of our own work. And I think that means our work's gonna have more flaws and we're not gonna see it, Other people will see it, but our cocky attitude, because we think we're so, good at it, is going to leave people feeling like they can't say stuff to us, or we might not believe them because we're so feeling ourselves so much. So as much as it sucks to feel and just second guess everything, I think it is a benefit in the long run. Yo, what is happening with this shirt? What? Ah! Something is happening. Why is this? Okay, I think I figured it out. Jesus, that sucked. That sucked for a hot second. I don't know what was going on there. I'm gonna send you something on Instagram. I realize I have something I could send to you that might be cool for you to check out. Give me 1 second here. Trying to see if this link works. Part A. Okay. Yeah. Go to Instagram if you can, because I'm going to message you. See if this works. I'm trying to look for another one too that's for Blender. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, this is a good one. Okay. There you go. All right. Some fur. Maybe not as much. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I can put some holes in the pants. Duplicate the pants. Oh, I guess I have to put like legs in the. Ugh. I'm gonna have to like put a. If I put holes in the pants, I'm gonna have to put actual underlegs in there. Coat. I'm trying to think. Should I do like shoes for? I mean, I feel like if he was a werewolf, right, he's gonna have like crazy dog feet, but I don't really feel like modeling dog feet. But I should. I shouldn't be lazy. I think this is a good place to actually stop for the night because I got done the top part. So next I'm moving on to the legs. And yeah. I can basically focus on that tomorrow, and then once that's done, I can send it over to Blender and probably do some Eevee rendering, so it's not too hard on my computer. But I like it. Definitely looking a lot better than it did yesterday. I saved a screenshot of where it ended yesterday. Let's bring that up on screen. First night. Let's just bring that in. JPEG. Texture load. Okay. Yeah, so this is where the first night ended. This is where we are tonight. So good progress. A big help for me was I merged a lot of pieces together, and then I just used the move brush to move stuff around, which is I'm finding to be a really good technique now for like when I have a bunch of things set up, but I'm not quite liking how they're positioned near each other. I just group it all together and then just go in with the move brush and just move things around like this. And that really gets me to a place very quickly of like, oh, I like that better. Like I like this right now. I like him with the wide eyes, you know? But I'll keep him with the short eyes. We'll see. Yes, I am. I'm gonna rig him. I actually have I think it's called Rigify, a plugin I bought on Blender Market. It was like pretty cheap. I haven't used it in a bit, and I think it's pretty quick and easy to use. I do want to put it into Adobe Maximo to just give it some preset running animation because I want him to be like running, and I figure what I'll do is I'll put him like in a cool little like wood scene that just has it, grass and trees moving by as he's like running in place, and that would be cool. Like little I want to make basically like animated like trading cards or something, not like stuff for NFTs, but just stuff I can put onto TikTok where I show the regular model as a 360 and then like put it into a scene. So definitely the goal here is to do rigging, and I should be able to show the production of that, how all that goes together. So yeah, pretty cool. I'm digging it. I'm digging the direction of it. Still needs some polish, but I think it will stand out pretty well once I bring it into to Blender. So it's cool getting it to make it on stream. Like Doom does. Oh, like the model showcases. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing that for the Not Real Toys website because I have the website. I'm not doing anything with it right now. I don't really want to focus on it because it seems like such a random, like, who really goes to people's websites anymore? It's all social media. But it would be cool to have a central place where you can just go on and it's very much presented in a custom fashion. Like, here's all the Not Real Toys. That's what they are. They're Not Real Toys. So I will do that. I will. I actually was working on. I'm going to bring it up. I was working on Solid Snake. Are you a Metal Gear Solid fan? Okay. Let me open Blender here. Ooh, snap. Blender accidentally closed. There we go. Metal Gear. Ooh, I like Metal Gear Rising also. So this is a test I've been doing on my Solid Snake model I did a while ago. I don't think I ever really posted it to my accounts. I would put this into render mode, but it would crush the stream. So let me see if I can put it into Eevee. It might kill the stream though. Oh, they're awesome. Metal Gear Solid 5 was actually probably one of the most fun to play, but in terms of like story-wise, one of the most disappointing. Basically because I didn't even complete it. But man, it is really fun to play Metal Gear Solid 5. They have like a machine in it called D-Walker, and it's basically this little like drone you get to move around in. It's so fun. Like I'll start the game up just to play that. Just to get into D-Walker and just glide around taking dudes out. Let me see here. Trying to get... Yeah, so I was working on like different bases. Let me get change his camera to be a little more focused. Lighting is off too. Yo, give me back my camera. There we go. It's so slow right now. Thank you. So, I think I did a lot of this guy in Blender actually. I did part of him in ZBrush, but a lot of the finer details I think I brought into Blender because I wasn't as comfortable at the time with ZBrush. His eyes are actually too big; they're supposed to be smaller. So I had like this base. Let me kill that. And then I had like a more technical kind of orb looking or a cylinder looking. So like this one, which lights up. If it will light up. Why isn't it lighting up? Here we go. Okay. So it does have the emitter in it. Where is the emitter? Randomly not there for some reason. Oh, okay. Thanks. I try to work really hard on it, to be honest. I mean, this is pretty much just two lights. Backlight, which is a point, and then just an area light that's slightly tilted to towards him. So I'm not making them to sell like where I personally produce them per se. It's not that I won't ever. I have a 3D printer. I actually bought a resin printer that's pretty good for the sole purpose of 3D printing these. My goal, and this is kind of like a manifesto about how I feel about the future of, you know, digital art and custom figurine making, is that I think that there's a lot of people out there that have 3D printers, and I realize a lot of them don't have anything to print. Like they go into Shapeways or stuff like that, like these little, you know, 3D print portals, and they grab like really simple things, but I don't really see a huge outside of Dungeons and Dragons and Warhammer, because that 3D printing for those communities is huge. But I don't really see like a lot of what I would describe as designer toy makers. Not so much like the Cause or like Dunny or stuff like that. I'm talking about more like people who just like what they do is they just make digital figurines and then they put the 3D print file out there. And so my idea right now, and it's not set in stone, is to basically make it so if you follow the Twitch stream, or maybe at some point when it's a subscriber thing, is to basically, if you're a subscriber, you get access to all the 3D models that I make for free, and you can, they're 3D print setup, because I'll be actually individually printing these in 3D, or these models in, my 3D printer, and then having it so I can show it and make sure that the 3D print file has integrity. It's not going to like break down and waste people's resin, because I don't want to do that. I don't want people subscribing. I'm sure that some people, if they want the figurines, but they're not really interested, they might still subscribe to Twitch just to, have access to it. And I got to make sure that if that's what they're there for, that the 3D print files are in fact good and not going to break down and get people pissed off. Like, hey man, I've tried printing 2 of your things and both of them like really like did not work out well. I'm like, I mean, it's going to happen anyway, because my 3D printer is going to vary from a lot of other people's 3D printers. But, being able to say at least like I 3D printed it and it came out fine, so it's got to be something going on with your settings would help me out a lot. And also it'd just be cool to have the stuff I work on in 3D to 3D print and maybe give away. But yeah, so that's the idea right now. I won't limit it just to Twitch, but I think it's a good place to kind of help build, momentum, for it. Like, hey, if you're a subscriber, guess what? You don't just get the perk of, having special modes, but you actually get the stuff that I'm making here on stream. So, incentive. Yeah. Cool. I will definitely be posting that when it happens. So now that I know that, that you and I know a couple other people that have mentioned interest in it. It's like, it's just good to hear that. It's good to hear. Thank you for saying that, because the idea for it is, one thing. It's whether it's practical or not is another thing. And hearing that people would be interested in that really is very cool. I'm going to call it a stream. It is 12:02, which is apparently the best hour to start streaming, so I can't do it, though. I'm a working man. I got to get up in the morning and work, and I usually get up with my daughter in the morning, so. Dale, thank you so much for joining me on the stream. Usually have a few other people that chime in and chat, too, but they've been missing, like, the last couple days, so. Been keeping me company, and I do appreciate that a lot. It's really nice to have someone to talk to while I get to do all this stuff. So, yeah. I hope those guides I sent you work out really well, because I know it's hard, especially Blender. It's such a steep learning curve. So, but once you start getting into it, it gets addicting. Alrighty. Cool. I hope to see you back for sure. If not, you'll see me on Instagram and whatnot. And I hope I start seeing some of your stuff on Instagram. Definitely start posting it. I know it can be like, it's like hard to put stuff out there, but I put stuff out there a long time ago that eventually I deleted because I just got better. But I think putting stuff out there gave me like the push to be like, do better. It's like I put this out there and I look back at it. I'm like, I want to make something better and put it out there and show people. And it's actually been really cool, because throughout the last 4 years of me learning 3D, people have like reached out and been like, hey man, like it's so cool to see like your progress on this stuff. Like I really like tuning in and seeing it, and it makes me feel great. It makes me feel like, hey, people think I am getting better. Cool. Alrighty. I'm gonna call it a night. I will hopefully talk to you again soon. Tune in tomorrow night if you're free. 8:30 tomorrow night I'll be wrapping it up and hopefully be feeling better. All right. Good night, Kel.